Hey, what's up, everyone? It's me, Mr. 4K Upscaler. I was really debating whether or not I should do this video, if I should even talk about this, because it's really hard to talk about this game, and at the same time, trying to avoid the spoilers, and there won't be any spoilers here. I'm not going to spoil anything here, so don't worry. If you click on this video, there are no spoilers. I'm not going to spoil anything for you guys. Okay, so rest easy. Don't worry. There won't be any spoilers. However, I'm going to give you my opinions based on what I have witnessed through the leaks that I have been. Well, I couldn't help myself. This was like a month ago. I had to look into it. I had to see it for myself, and that's what I'm gonna try to give my opinions based on what I have seen. Obviously, I haven't played the game. I can tell you the mechanics of the game. I cannot tell you how the game looks except to what I have seen, just like what you have seen throughout all these videos and trailers and gameplay footage that they have shown us. Okay. But I did see bunch of leaks, different chapters of the leaks. I have seen where it goes. I have seen things. Let's just say I have seen a lot of things. And what I'm gonna try to do here, I'm gonna try to be as honest as possible. Now, please do keep in mind while you're watching this video, even if you're somebody who works at Naughty Dog, uh, this is just my opinion. This doesn't mean that people shouldn't go out and buy this game. I'm not like running some kind of a campaign telling people don't buy this video game. I don't want you guys to get the wrong idea. I'm not, pushing anything. No agenda here. What I'm basically doing here is giving my opinions on what are my thoughts about this whole controversy that surrounds this game. Now, I'm gonna mention things that you already know. Uh, Everybody knows that Ellie, she's 19. She meets this girl, Dina and Ellie, they fall in love, etc., etc. Okay, so there is that lesbian part of the story, which doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me, not one bit. That love story, just like Brokeback Mountain with Heath Ledger and Jake Gyllenhaal, didn't bother me. It didn't bother me. It was a great movie. It didn't bother me. And this is not going to bother me either. Okay, so I just want to clarify that. What I would like to talk about is, well, that's the problem. What I would like to tell you is I cannot tell you, and that's what bothers me. But it's not that aspect, okay? It has nothing to do with sexuality. It has nothing to do with her having her lover being lesbian, etc., etc. It has nothing to do with that. I have no problem with that. Uh, it's the choices that developer, the director, lead director, developer of this game, Neil. I think that's his name, Neil. I think it's Chadwick or something. I can't remember his name. I think it's Neil something. Anyway, it's the choices that they have made in the game, from what I have witnessed throughout the leaks. It's the choices that they have made that I don't like. That I don't like the direction that they took this game. Okay, now I'm sure there's a lot of stuff in the game that I'm missing, and that these leaks obviously don't give you the full presentation of what this game's going to be. And I think we have to be fair. I think here's the important part. The main reason I'm making this video, it's not to bash Naughty Dog. It's not to tell people don't buy this game. This game's gonna sell one way or the other. Okay, especially now surrounding this whole controversy, people will want to play this game even more. But what I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to dissect this video as a, think of me as a devil's advocate. I'm neither telling you, oh, go buy it, nor am I telling you don't buy it. What I'm basically trying to say here, and it's hard to do this video because it's, I know you guys are probably like saying, okay, why are you butchering this video? I'm not butchering this video. It's just simply I have to walk on the eggshells because I'm being very careful not to spoil anything. Okay, anything here. And it's difficult to make this video and to talk about it without mentioning the elephants in the room. It's not just one elephant, there's multiple elephants, and I wish I could tell you what that is, but I cannot tell you what that is. So bear with me. And I know I'm already butchering this video. Here's what I'm trying to say, and please bear with me. This is the part that's important now. This is what I'm trying to get out of the way. I understood from the first game, I always understood that this game, The Last of Us, was never about Joel. Joel is just a Joel. It's just a wheel that's needed to be used to push the story and for us to meet Ellie. The significance of Ellie, it's because Joel lost his daughter in the beginning of the game. And now, him taking care of Ellie gave him another purpose in life to move forward with all of this madness that he's dealing with. You know, the outbreak, the zombies, etc., etc. But the game was really never about Joel. And here's the message I'm trying to come across here. And a lot of you always have this idea that The Last of Us is going to be about Joel. That this, whatever, if they go for a trilogy, and I believe there will be the third part, a lot of you have this idea thinking that The Last of Us was always about this one character, Joel. And Joel's going to be her tutor. Joel's going to hold her hands the entire life. He's going to be there with her always to protect her. He is her guardian angel. No, Joel was never that main character. Okay, even though in the first game, majority of people sympathized with Joel. I get that. I get that. But he was needed in that first game to push this story. The Last of Us was always about Ellie. Introduction to Ellie. Who is Ellie? Her being brought up into this world of pandemic and zombies and outbreaks and viruses, etc., etc., etc. In this chaotic world, she doesn't know what it was like to live like in 1980s or 1990s where things were normal. She was not brought up in that kind of a world. She was brought up in this world of The Last of Us, of this pandemic outbreak and zombies, etc., etc. So that's all she knows. So her going through life, growing up as an adult, exploiting her sexuality, etc., etc. It's really about her. And I think that's what Neil, director, lead developer director of this game was trying to come across. And I hope that I'm not, giving away too much. Uh, this is something you already know from the first game, and then you already know that she has a lover. You already know her sexual preference and all that, and that's fine, you know. But I think I understand why they made those decisions that they made. And I know you guys probably not going to like what I have to say here, but for those of you who have seen the leaks, I understand. The fans of the first game, they're going to lose them. Those gamers, that audience, probably most likely will not play the sequel. But that's okay. I believe that The Last of Us Chapter 2 will have brand new audience, brand new fan base who will understand and connect the dots as to the whole purpose of this sequel and why this sequel is set up in such a way, you know. And that's the way I look at it. That's the way I see it, you know. And now, do I agree with the decisions that they made in this game? No, because I cannot tell you why I disagree, because if I tell you why I disagree, then I would be spoiling the game. This is something you're going to have to find out for yourself. This is something, for those of you who are, listen, do me a favor, do not post any spoiler comments. All the comments will be authorized by me down below. I don't want people putting some spoilers in there for other people to be spoiled. So the comments will have to be authorized by me for that reason. So what I'm trying to say simply is this. I understand the direction that Neil, lead developer from Naughty Dog on the Last of Us, I understand which direction he's taking this game. And I also understand that The Last of Us was always about Ellie, was really never about Joel. Joel was just a wheel, a needed wheel in the beginning to us to be introduced to Ellie. And the metaphor is obviously his daughter, Joel's daughter, in the beginning dying, which is a very sad part of the game. And what's the first thing we see? It's Joel's daughter. When the beginning of the first Last of Us, the first game, we see Joel's daughter. And that was a metaphor. It's a metaphor for what's coming. Ellie. Joel and Ellie. But it's really Ellie's game. It's really, she's the main character here. And I think this is the point that some of you are missing. Or maybe it's shocking for you. That's the way it's going. But I always knew that. As a matter of fact, no, I always knew that. I always knew that. Now, having said that, I understand directions that they're taking. However, there's so many other things on the leaks that I have seen that I felt it was not necessary. I felt it was totally unnecessary. And that's something I cannot talk about. That's something that you guys will have to wait for me once I start playing the game. 9 days from now, 10 days from now, once I start playing the game, that's something you guys are going to have to wait and see. And I'll explain to you what I mean by that. There's decisions that were made that I felt were unnecessary. You know, kind of like, you know, when you are like in a movie, you know, when you're watching a movie and the movie it's 3.5 hours long, And there's certain scenes in the movie and certain decisions in the scenes in the movie where you're like, well, was this really necessary? Was this really that important? Why was this put in here? Now, granted, we're gonna have to play it. We're gonna have to play it throughout the entire game to understand the decisions that they have implemented for those certain chapters in the game. Okay, and I think we should be fair. Again, I disagree with some of those decisions on these chapters that I saw on the leak. I disagree with those decisions, but I think it would be fair for us to play this game from the beginning to the end multiple times for us to understand why A, B, C, D, E, F, G, Y, Z, okay, all that, the entire alphabet, for us to connect the dots to understand why these decisions were made. And then I'll have a better and greater idea the reasoning behind those decisions. So I hope that this video gives you some reassurance that I feel, and I know this video is going to hit a lot of dislikes because people already don't like what I'm saying. I'm trying to be fair to this game. I think it's immature for me and everybody else, 120,000 people who have seen the leaks. I think it's immature for us to crap all over this game without seeing and playing from the beginning to the end multiple times, and then based our decisions and our opinions. Okay, I think we should play throughout the game multiple times, and then we can discuss and have debates and have discussions, or was this really necessary? Should I have done this? Was this decision necessary here? Why did they do this? What was the message here? Was this narrative message important to be shoved down our throat? Then we can have those discussions. But I think we should first wait till the game it's released, play it from the beginning all the way throughout the end, play it through multiple times, and then I'll have a much greater I might even change my opinion. I might even understand. I see why Neil did what he did. That's his name, I believe, Neil. And if I got his name wrong, then I apologize. Then I'll understand the decisions that the writer and the developer team has done. Okay. But let me know what you guys think. But please do me a favor. We're getting so close to this release of this game. Don't screw it up for other people. Okay? Don't screw it up for them. If they want to know what happens, they can go check out the leaks. They can go see it for themselves if they truly want to know. So do me a favor. If you type any kind of leaks down in the comment sections, it will not be authorized. It will be deleted. So do yourself a favor. Don't write anything down below, because that comment, when I mean anything down below, that would spoil the experience for other people. Okay, respect that fact. Don't spoil the experience for other people. Okay, that's very rude to do that. And I will make sure that the comments are authorized by me. I will check every and each comment. And if the comments are just flooded with leaks, none of those comments will show up. Period. So let's not do that. Other than that, Let me know what you guys think. Give me your opinions. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree? Should we give this game a chance? Is it immature that we're acting like a bunch of crybabies instead of actually connecting the dots, seeing the full painting, the full picture of what the creative team of Naughty Dog was trying to implement here? Don't you guys think that's more fair to look at it that way instead of just having this knee-jerk reaction, looking at the videos and stills, and then obviously looking at the certain chapters of the game and what happens? Don't you guys agree? Maybe it's better that we play throughout the entire game to understand perspective from Ellie. Remember, you're playing as Ellie, and that's her perspective. You have to respect that. That's the character you're playing. That's her perspective. You are walking in her shoes, and you're going to see what she sees, and you're going to think what she thinks. And you're going to have her perspective on the world and on the people and on what's going on around her. So I think we should respect that. I think we should look at it from that point of view, from that perspective. And I think Naughty Dog, that's what they're trying to achieve here. They're trying to give us the perspective of Ellie, you know, and what she's going through in her adult life. So let's give this game a chance. That's what I say. Okay, other than that, I know I've been butchering this video, and like I said, it's hard to talk about this subject. It's hard to talk about the Last of Us Chapter 2 because I'm trying to do my best to avoid any spoilers, because I don't do that. I can't stand people who do that kind of crap. The game like this needs to be experienced. Okay, something like this needs to be experienced, you know. And no one should have a right to take that experience from you. So anyway, there you have it. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you guys later on the live stream. Take care. Have a good one. Cheers.